I suppose, after 450 years of contemplation, we should have a few tricks up our sleeves, so to speak. With all the power of Christ's sacrifice on the realistic cross above the altar, we should be able to conjure up just a bit of magic, shouldn't we? Again, there was a general murmuring of agreement. Conjuring up the weather has always been a pretty easy one around here, but as it changes so often, there's no real proof in it. I'm guessing that it'd be a bit of proof that you'd be seeking, would it not? Said with a bit of an Irish-Mexican accent. Yes, some proof would be a handsome thing, and rare too, Rhiannon called out. Well, I could call Friar Felipe. He has that walking stick that changes into a snake down pat. How would that be? Is that not the kind of thing wizards do? But then, again, Rhiannon has a way of making Friar Felipe nervous, so the last time the snake got away, and it ended up biting someone during Mass. Snakes and Christian Mass are not a good mix. What else do we have then? Paolo asked. How about water into wine? One of our group offered. I'm afraid you'll have to go to the next town for that. The Trappists would be better ones for that. And we have to be careful not to horn in on their miracles, or we'd be no better than the business world. There was a pause as we all nodded in appreciation of the ethics. Would fishes and loaves do? Asked Friar Paolo. Oh, no, not fishes and loaves again, said Rhiannon. You do know that Tuesday is Goodness Market Day, and we've just had our fill at the market. So that one's out too. Don't you have anything new after 2,000 years of practicing? Again, Friar Paolo rubbed his hairless chin. Well, we have been working on something, he said in a whisper, but it's top secret. If it ever got out to the Pope, there'd be an inquisition, and I've always felt queasy about being torn asunder. Do you promise not to tell anyone? Not a soul, we all said at once. Okay, follow me, Friar Paolo whispered. We went back inside the church and around to the altar, and then back towards the sacristy. Just behind it was a corridor that led down, and beside that was a door. There were a few moments of anticipation, and then we all rocked back and forth on our feet, trying to shake both the chill and the excitement. Then, with all of us huddled in front of the door, all at once, Friar Paolo flung the door open. I was totally taken by surprise. In a million years I would have never expected it. It befuddled us all for a few moments, until someone cried out, "Indoor plumbing!" Exactly. After living in a cold, drafty monastery for nearly half a millennium, indoor plumbing is certainly a bona fide miracle, said Friar Paolo. One that might not last long, I cried out. You'll need to exchange it for a composting toilet. Well, let's enjoy it for a few years first. After all, we only just had it installed 2 weeks ago. Rhiannon started a cry of, "Not fair, not fair." We all joined in the chant, "Wizard, wizard, we want the wizard, the wonderful wizard of Aronga." But Paolo countered, "Wizards usually prove to be charlatans when you look behind the curtain, and as you can see, this church has more than its share of curtains. The real magic of love. Okay, you can't fool me with your smoke and mirrors. Where's the real magic hidden, Friar Paolo?" asked Rhiannon. "Real magic occurs," began Friar Paolo, "when the light of love transforms us as individuals, when we let go of the small mind and reach for the big mind, and we experience the truth that we are all connected, and what happens to one happens to us also."